Welcome to the Rich People Club. Let me ask you something. How often do you feel like your business, your job, or even your day-to-day grind is controlling your life? The dream was to be free, right? But instead, you're stuck, working endless hours, watching the money slip away faster than it comes in. You feel the weight of every bill, every deadline, every sleepless night, and the frustration of not having the financial freedom you crave. It's exhausting, and you know deep down, there has to be a better way. This video is your lifeline. Today, you're going to learn how to build a business that runs without you, so you can finally break free from the daily grind and start living the life you've always wanted. A life of wealth, luxury, and success, where money flows even when you're not working. Stick with me, because this could be the solution you've been waiting for. The scary reality of small businesses. Many people dream of starting a business, but the truth is, the road to success isn't paved with gold. It's riddled with obstacles. Statistically, half of small businesses won't survive their first year. If you think about that for a moment, it's a sobering reality. It doesn't matter how hard you work or how passionate you are, the odds are stacked against you unless you take the right approach from the start. Imagine pouring all your money, time, and energy into something, only to watch it fail. Scary, right? This failure often happens because most people don't realize what it really takes to succeed. Being good at something doesn't automatically mean you'll be good at running a business doing that thing. Picture a talented chef who decides to open a restaurant, but quickly finds out that cooking great meals isn't enough to keep the doors open. The rich don't get rich by accident. They learn the rules of the game early on and play smart. What's even more startling is how fast things can go wrong. In just a few months, you could be out of money, out of time, and out of options. Your dreams of wealth and success evaporate, and you're left wondering what went wrong. It's not about how good your product is, it's about how you run the business. That's why some of the most powerful people in the world didn't start by being the best at their craft. They mastered the art of running a business. So, how do you escape this nightmare and build a business that actually works? It starts by understanding one key mistake that almost everyone makes: thinking that doing the work is the same as running the business. This takes us to the fatal assumption, where things really begin to unravel. The fatal assumption. Most people fall into a dangerous trap when starting their business. They assume that being good at a technical skill means they can run a business that does that work. This is the fatal assumption. Think about a brilliant graphic designer who decides to open her own design firm. She's amazing at designing, but that doesn't mean she knows how to manage clients, deal with taxes, or scale her operations. Success doesn't come from doing the work alone. It comes from knowing how to create a business that works. This mindset mistake is where many entrepreneurs go wrong. They believe that since they know their craft, they'll naturally know how to build a company around it. However, being a millionaire and living a life of luxury requires a completely different set of skills. You can't just be a technician. You have to be a visionary and a leader. If you focus only on the work, you're building a prison for yourself, not a pathway to wealth. The rich understand this, and that's why they build systems that work for them. Imagine a hairdresser who opens a salon thinking her expertise will carry her business to success. Soon, she realizes that being a boss is more than just cutting hair. She's now managing appointments, handling complaints, and worrying about cash flow. The dream of financial freedom slips further away. The powerful and successful don't fall into this trap. They create businesses that work without them. The key to avoiding this assumption is recognizing that running a business requires more than technical skill. You need to wear many hats, and that leads us to the 3 critical roles every entrepreneur must understand: the entrepreneur, the manager, and the technician. The 3 roles in every entrepreneur. Every entrepreneur has 3 people inside them: the entrepreneur, the manager, and the technician. These 3 roles constantly pull in different directions. The entrepreneur is the visionary, the dreamer who sees the future and isn't afraid to take risks. They thrive on big ideas and the potential for wealth and success. However, they often neglect the details, which is where things can fall apart. Being rich isn't just about having ideas, it's about turning those ideas into a powerful reality. The manager, on the other hand, is the organizer. They crave structure and order, making sure everything runs smoothly. The manager is practical, focused on ensuring the business operates efficiently. Without a manager, the business would quickly descend into chaos. Imagine trying to build a luxury brand without systems in place to handle orders, customer service, and production. The manager keeps the wheels turning so the dream doesn't die before it can grow. Then there's the technician, the doer, the one who gets their hands dirty. The technician loves the work and takes pride in a job well done. They focus on the present, completing tasks and delivering results. But technicians often fall into the trap of working in the business rather than on it. This limits growth, as the technician can't step back to see the bigger picture. The rich delegate the technical work, focusing instead on strategy and scaling their wealth. Understanding these roles is key to avoiding burnout. Most entrepreneurs get stuck in technician mode, never letting the entrepreneur or manager take over. To build a business that runs without you, you need to balance all three roles. And if you're enjoying this so far, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so I can continue bringing you more tips on how to create wealth and build a life of financial freedom. The infancy stage of a business. The infancy stage of a business is where most entrepreneurs start out, full of energy, excitement, and big dreams. At this point, the technician inside you is running the show. You're doing all the work, handling every task, and wearing every hat. It's exhilarating at first because you feel in control, and you're finally your own boss. But this phase quickly turns into long hours, exhaustion, and frustration as you realize there's more work than you can manage alone. Being rich requires you to move beyond this phase. As the business grows, you'll find yourself juggling everything: sales, customer service, marketing, and operations. It's like trying to keep a dozen balls in the air at once, and eventually, some start to fall. Many entrepreneurs in this stage work 12 to 14-hour days, including weekends, with little time for themselves. You might think working harder will bring success and wealth, but in reality, it's a recipe for burnout. The real danger in this stage is that you're building a business that relies entirely on you. If you step away for even a moment, things start to collapse. That's why many small businesses fail. They never move past this phase. The rich and successful know that to grow their wealth, they must delegate and build systems. This is the point where the infancy stage must end, or you risk being trapped in an endless cycle of work. At some point, you'll hit a breaking point and realize you can't do it all alone. This marks the transition to the next phase, where help becomes essential, but it also introduces a whole new set of challenges: the adolescence stage of a business. The adolescence stage. In the adolescence stage, you start to hire help. This is where most businesses either grow or start to fall apart. You've realized that you can't keep juggling everything by yourself, so you bring in others to share the load. But hiring people isn't as simple as it seems. Without proper systems in place, you risk losing control of your business. Success in this stage isn't just about delegating. It's about delegating the right way. Many entrepreneurs make the mistake of hiring someone, like an accountant or a salesperson, and then stepping back too much. They assume their new hire will handle everything perfectly, but that's rarely the case. Just like you, your employees need direction and guidance. If you don't manage them well, the business starts to run according to their vision, not yours. This lack of control can lead to missed deadlines, unhappy customers, and financial problems. It's in this stage that many entrepreneurs face the harsh reality: no one cares about your business as much as you do. If you don't create systems and maintain control, things start to slip. The rich and powerful understand that success comes from building a business that can run smoothly even when they're not around. They build systems that keep everything on track, no matter who's in charge. Without proper management, this phase can spiral into chaos. And if things aren't managed well, the business might shrink back to where it was before, or worse, you could lose everything. This brings us to the problem of lack of direction, a common issue that arises during adolescence. The problem of lack of direction. As your business grows, the lack of direction becomes a serious problem. When you don't have a clear plan or systems in place, your employees start doing things their way, and before you know it, your business looks nothing like the one you started. This is where many entrepreneurs feel like they've lost control. They realize they're no longer steering the ship. The business is steering itself and not in the direction they intended. Without direction, it's easy for things to get out of hand. Employees might make decisions that aren't in line with your vision. You might see a drop in quality, or you could start losing customers. This is a turning point for many businesses. The rich don't leave their business's success to chance. They take control by setting clear goals and creating systems that ensure everyone is aligned with their vision. One of the most frustrating parts of this stage is that even though you've hired help, you feel like you're still doing everything yourself. You're constantly putting out fires, fixing mistakes, and trying to keep things on track. It's exhausting, and it feels like no matter how hard you try, nothing changes. Success seems further away than ever. To break free from this problem, you need to take a step back and reassess. What's missing? What systems can you put in place to regain control? The solution lies in understanding the balance between delegation and oversight, which leads us into the next challenge, the cycle of exhaustion and frustration. The cycle of exhaustion and frustration. If you don't take control during the adolescent stage, you'll find yourself trapped in a cycle of exhaustion and frustration. You're working harder than ever, but it feels like nothing is getting better. You've hired people, but instead of things getting easier, they've only become more complicated. Every day brings a new problem, and you're the only one who can fix it. It's a never-ending cycle. At this point, many entrepreneurs begin to resent their business. What started as a dream of freedom and wealth has turned into a nightmare. You wanted to escape your old job, but now you've built something that's even more demanding. This is where many business owners burn out. They've created a job for themselves, not a business. The rich and successful know how to avoid this by building systems that work, even when they're not around. The frustration comes from feeling like no one else can do the job as well as you. You start thinking, if I want it done right, I have to do it myself. But that mentality is a trap. It keeps you stuck in the cycle of doing everything, leaving no room for growth. The key to breaking free is understanding that success isn't about working harder, it's about working smarter. Once you recognize this, you can begin to focus on building a business that doesn't rely solely on you. This is where the transition to the maturity stage begins. The maturity stage. The maturity stage is where every business owner dreams of being. When the business runs smoothly without them having to be involved in every single detail. The key to reaching this stage is understanding that maturity isn't just a result of time. It's a mindset that you can adopt from the very beginning. The rich don't wait for their business to mature. They build it that way from day one. In this stage, you've created systems that allow the business to function independently. You've hired the right people, put the right processes in place, and now the business can operate smoothly without your constant oversight. This is the point where you start to see real success, wealth, and financial freedom. You've built something that generates money and provides luxury without draining your energy. But reaching maturity doesn't mean your work is done. It's about continuous improvement. Even the most successful businesses are always looking for ways to innovate and grow. The powerful understand that success is a moving target. It's not something you achieve once and then stop pursuing. This shift in mindset is crucial. To truly thrive, you need to see your business not as something you do, but as something you build. This entrepreneurial perspective is what sets successful business owners apart and leads us into the next topic, the entrepreneurial perspective. The entrepreneurial perspective. The entrepreneurial perspective is the key to creating a business that doesn't fail. Unlike the technician, who sees the business as a place to work, the entrepreneur views it as a system designed to create wealth and freedom. It's about building something bigger than yourself. Something that can grow and generate success long after you step away. The rich see their businesses as machines that produce money, not as jobs they have to maintain. This perspective allows you to approach your business with a clear vision. You're not just focused on today's tasks. You're thinking about how the business can evolve and scale. You're constantly asking, how can I make this system work better? How can I create more wealth with less effort? The entrepreneur is always thinking about the big picture, while the technician is stuck in the details. To adopt this mindset, you need to think about your business as if it were a product. Just like you design a product to meet customer needs, you design your business to deliver value consistently. The powerful understand that the real product isn't what they sell. It's the business itself. And just like a product, a business can be refined, improved, and scaled to generate even more success. Once you embrace this entrepreneurial mindset, you'll start to see your business as something that can grow without you. This brings us to the next essential concept, the franchise model. The franchise model. The franchise model is the ultimate system for creating a business that runs without you. Think of businesses like McDonald's. They operate like well-oiled machines, delivering the same results no matter where they are. The secret to their success is that every aspect of the business has been systematized and can be replicated thousands of times. The rich understand that wealth comes from building a business that can be duplicated and scaled. In the franchise model, everything is standardized. From how the product is made to how the customers are greeted, every detail is meticulously planned and executed. This level of consistency ensures that the business can run smoothly, even if the owner isn't there. Imagine having 5,000 versions of your business, each one running like clockwork without you lifting a finger. That's the power of the franchise model. The beauty of this model is that it doesn't require you to be an expert in everything. You create systems that allow anyone to step in and perform the tasks. For example, McDonald's doesn't need world-class chefs to make their burgers. They need employees who can follow a well-designed system. The same applies to your business. Build systems, and you won't need top-level experts to succeed. Once you've created these systems, your business becomes a true asset. It's no longer dependent on you, and that's where real wealth and freedom come from. But building these systems isn't a one-time thing. It's a continuous process, which leads us to the next step, the business development process. The business development process. The business development process is all about creating, testing, and refining systems that allow your business to thrive. There are 3 key steps to this process: innovation, quantification, and orchestration. The rich don't just settle for good enough. They're constantly looking for ways to improve and grow their wealth. By following these steps, you ensure that your business remains adaptable and successful. Innovation is the first step. It's about asking, how can we make this better? You're not just improving the product. You're improving how the business operates. For example, you might test different ways to greet customers or try new marketing strategies to increase sales. Innovation keeps your business fresh and competitive, ensuring long-term success. Quantification is the next step. You need to measure the results of your innovations to see what's working and what's not. This is where many business owners go wrong. They rely on gut feelings instead of hard data. The powerful don't guess. They know exactly what's driving their success because they track and analyze every change. Finally, orchestration is about turning successful innovations into standard operating procedures. Once you've found a system that works, you implement it across the board, ensuring that everyone follows the same process. This creates consistency and reliability, which are key to building a business that can scale. But none of this works without the final piece of the puzzle: the importance of systems and standards. The importance of systems and standards. At the heart of every successful business is a set of systems and standards that keep everything running smoothly. The rich and powerful understand that wealth isn't built on chaos. It's built on structure. Systems allow you to replicate success over and over again without relying on any one person to get the job done. This is how you build a business that can run without you. Systems create predictability. When you have clear guidelines for every aspect of your business, from how to handle customer inquiries to how products are made, you remove the guesswork. Your employees know exactly what to do, and your customers get the same experience every time. This level of consistency is what allows businesses like McDonald's to operate on a global scale without losing quality. But systems alone aren't enough. You also need standards. Standards ensure that the quality of your product or service remains high, no matter who's in charge. The rich don't compromise on quality because they understand that maintaining high standards is key to building a luxury brand and attracting wealthy clients. When you combine systems with high standards, you create a business that can grow, scale, and thrive without you. This is the ultimate goal for any entrepreneur seeking financial freedom. But remember, the journey doesn't end here. It's about constantly refining and improving these systems to reach new levels of success. Before you go, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a chance to learn more about building wealth and achieving financial freedom. You've just unlocked powerful insights into creating a business that works without you, but the journey doesn't stop here. This is the kind of knowledge that can transform your life if you're ready to put it into action. Now it's your turn. What steps are you going to take to turn your business into a money-making machine that frees up your time? Drop a comment below and let's make sure you stay on track. Wealth and success aren't just dreams. They're decisions. So, what's your next move?